Good afternoon. My name is Eddie Holman. I bring you greetings from the St. Louis chapter of the National Sales Network, where we're celebrating our 10th anniversary. I have the honor of introducing our next speaker, and I really admire her because while our conference theme is game changers, she literally and successfully has changed games. She is a formal and professional athlete and an award-winning sales representative turned consultant. She was the second overall pick in the WNBA draft, going on to play for Sacramento, San Antonio, and Atlanta. And joined Striker Medical, where she's the South Central Regional Sales Rep of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce to you Ms. Chantelle.
Good evening. Good evening. There we go. I'm super excited to talk to y'all today. So when I got to Vanderbilt to join the women's basketball team as a freshman, one of the first things I was expected to do was media interviews. Except that I was super shy and I didn't want to talk to anyone, so I told our media relations director, Tammy, that I wasn't doing any. The first day I was scheduled to give my speech, I walked up to the door, note cards in hand, looked in that little window at all the people I was going to have to talk to, turned around and walked right back to my dorm room. Top recruit, all-American, none of that mattered. I chickened out and ran away. We all have confidence issues, if we're honest with ourselves. It's not just the girl walking down the street with her head down, or the guy that's quiet in the back of the room. It's also those with the longest resumes and the prettiest faces and the biggest sales quotas. It's because we all have fears and we all have dreams, and so we all struggle with confidence sometimes. We were all born confident. Do you remember when you were fearless? Before you questioned if you could do something or cared what other people thought about it. Do you? I do. I have tons of fearless memories. That's how we know that we were all born to be confident. The great thing is that if we learned it, we can learn differently, right? But the hard thing is that a lot of us look at confidence as something ambiguous that it just would be nice. Like, oh, more confidence, wouldn't that be great? Instead of something we need to intentionally build. As long as we keep confidence building in the optional box instead of considering it a necessity, or try to separate the personal from the professional, which, let's be real, that's impossible, especially in sales. As long as we try to do that, we're basically saying we're okay with paying the cost of insecurity. The cost of insecurity is the raise you miss out on. When your manager sits down and says, you know, you have all the skills, but you're not quite ready for that. It's the money you give away every time you're not confident enough to push the customer a little harder or hold your discounts. If you're an employer, the cost of insecurity is every single time one of your reps isn't confident enough to call on the C-suite and settles for the lower level decision maker instead. But on their reports, they called on the customer, right? The cost of insecurity, it matters if you're a rep because something you don't work on intentionally is affecting everything you do, every interaction, the money you make, and how well your family lives. And if you're an employer, this matters because something you don't train your people for is affecting your bottom line every single day, and you're not in a position to change it real time. But the good thing is we can fix it. Remember, if we learn, we can learn differently. And like all good learning, it starts with asking the right questions. And so today, I'm going to go through 7 questions to help you get started in the process. You're going to want to write these down, so grab your pen. Question number 1 has to do with your relationship with fear. How do you see fear and what do you do with it? There are so many people telling us to be fearless, but that's not realistic and it's never going to happen. Life makes sure of it. What's more important in the confidence building process is not how much fear we feel, but what we do with it when we feel it. Do you chase fear or do you run from it? Question number 7, the last question, is probably the hardest of them all, and it has to do with your resolution of history. How are your past experiences affecting how you see the world, other people, and yourself? Too many of us are walking around seeing the world through the lenses of our past experiences, but not realizing how it's changing our view. It's preventing our success, and it's limiting our ability to be confident in the situations that we find ourselves in. Before I started my own consulting firm, I was in medical device sales for 4 years. And I remember interviewing to get into it with no experience. There were 2 times that my confidence made the difference in convincing my interviewers I was worth the risk. Tom, I can count on my hands how many people haven't believed in me, and I have proven every single one of them wrong. So just let me know if I should add you to that list. He offered me the job shortly after. I want to leave you with 3 things. Number 1, confidence is a skill. You can build it, and when you do, it will change everything in your life. Number 2, you will be paying the cost of insecurity in your life until you intentionally invest in building your confidence. And number 3, you have everything you need to get everything you need, including confidence, especially confidence, because you were born that way. It's about asking these questions, listening to your answers, and then taking intentional action to get back to the person you were created to be. It is a journey, but no other journey will provide more rewards than you will get in building your confidence. Thank you, and God bless.